3, 2, 1. Mark Entrata, ladies and gentlemen. First question, tangina, how were you able to do yung man in the mirror? Gusto ko talagang tanungin yun. How long was the practice time? Because here's the thing. Kaya ako fan na ako ni Mark pero putang ina, grabe yung nag-man in the mirror because I saw the Tuck Andres version, and then like the only other version I saw here in the country, that guitarist from Rizal Underground. Big guy.
Yeah. Villegas.
Yan, Mike Villegas. Yeah. Tama ba?
Yes.
Ayun.
Yes.
So, Mike Villegas, and then you're the third person I saw who did Man in the Mirror. For those who don't know what we're talking about, you go to Professor Mark's Facebook or Instagram. Kasi, ang hirap niya. So you do the strumming, and then you do the tap harmonics. Gano'ng katagal mo siya pinractice? Kasi may kabarkada ako, he tried to do it. It's been parang ang tagal bago rin niya nakuha, and he did get it up onto the point na ginagawa mo.
Honestly, siguro mga to get it to a level na kaya ko siya i-record. Because bro, it's just like competing sa Jiu-Jitsu, though, you know, I haven't competed in a long time. You know, last time I competed was at a blue belt, 2010. But di ba na parang when you compete, parang it's the stuff na you just keep doing over and over.
Yeah.
Di ba na parang, because if you think too much, especially di ba the higher the level goes, di ba, if you think too much, then, you know, like katulad sabi ni Professor Saul, you're too late, man. Diba? Nag-isip ka. And it's the same. Weird, kasi pag nire-record ko yung sarili ko, to be honest, like, while I'm playing, I'm thinking of so many other things.
Dude,
like
nagiging conscious ka eh.
Weird, na parang, habang nagpe-play ako, kung ano yung inisip ko, like, different conversations I've had, or, you know, like an incident that happened, stuff I want to happen while I'm playing. So, bago ko siya i-record, you know, I have to be at a level where, yun nga na hindi na ako masyado nag-iisip. So, but then to answer your question, I think a week, and then I spent siguro mga an hour.
A week.
But here's the thing, you know, I'm 41 already.
Okay.
And then nung high school ako, third year and fourth year high school, though hindi siya masyado nag-translate to yung skill set na kailangan sa man in the mirror, but I played a lot of guitar. Like,
yeah, obviously. But the ganda ng mga renditions. Even your daughter plays guitar.
Yeah.
Like, fucking guy's talented. Sabi ko, shit. Sabi ko, ako black belt lang ako sa Jiu-Jitsu. Si Entrata, black belt sa Jiu-Jitsu, tapos marunong mag-gitara.
No, but then, you know, you do like this knife fighting. You do... See, parang yung attraction mo kasi sa Jiu-Jitsu is because of the martial arts aspect. The sport aspect. Ako yung attraction ko sa Jiu-Jitsu is the art aspect. So,
yeah.
So, di ba, parang that's why I'm into playing guitar. Prior to that, when I was a kid, mahilig ako mag-drawing, and then now, kaya once in a while, nag-drawing din ako. So, when I studied Man in the Mirror, goal ko talaga yan for this year. Kasi before, when 2020 started, nag-set na ako ng goal. I was like, hey, you know, I want my jiu-jitsu to get better, but I want my acoustic guitar playing to get better. And my art to get better. Okay. So, prior to the lockdown, may idea na ako na parang, okay, you know, at least once a month, maglalabas ako ng isang electric guitar video and isang acoustic fingers style video. But then the lockdown happened. But prior to that, if you notice, mas simple yung mga songs na ginagawa ko.
Yeah.
It was really in preparation for something like Man in the Mirror.
So it was a gradual build-up then. So you had to set it up and then until you got to parang yun yung target mo talaga.
Yeah, kasi like even yung finger plucking technique, hindi mo marunong eh. So it was something lang na sinabi sa akin na, oh, you know, like basta ito yung gagamitin mo first 3 strings. But then I still break the rules, but as much as possible, parang nga, no, mas madali siya if I do this and whatnot. So parang with the more simple songs, yun yung parang naging practice ground mo. So kumbaga parang Man in the Mirror is like a black belt level. Diba?
So you have to go through the stages, and
Yeah.
that's basically one thing that I see. That's I mean that's the thing that's like common among martial artists. So ako, I've with all the other martial arts I've trained, when it comes to MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, guys, most of the people, if not all, don't just do Jiu-Jitsu. So for example, ako, I delve into other things. There are a lot of artists. Yan ang
Yeah.
napapansin ko. Maraming art. There are a lot of artists, like graphic artists, people who draw, musicians,
Yes.
public speakers. Basta sabi ko, napapansin ko, like after, like when I look at the Facebook and the Instagram profiles of some of the jiu-jitsu guys, I'm like, these guys are fucking artists. So it really translates in a way. And at the same time, just like how you narrated it, it's everything now has a process. It suddenly has a structure and how you. I mean, now that how you narrated it, na para yung pala yun, you had to undergo and build up mo yung. So you did a few simple pieces muna, then eventually. So it's the same as ano. It's the same as structuring training, di ba? You
Yep.
go the easy, tas patas ng patas yung level of difficulty. And of course, ito rin yun. This is another thing that I'm very proud of when it comes to jiu-jitsu and other martial arts people. When they decide to do something, there's this laser-like focus. Di ba? Parang sabi mo, if I want to learn this technique this month,
Yeah.
di ba? Or I'm gonna cover this technique this month.
Uh,
Everyone, di ba, everything, the focus, the muscle memory, the priorities are all shifted towards that.
Kaya napabilis yung Man in the Mirror. Dapat yun gagawin ko towards end of the year pa. But then, since, quarantine tayo,
You have more time to be
yeah, I've been unemployed since the lockdown happened. So
lahat
wala akong
tayo.
ginagawa. Diba? So, and then, si Jaguar Tang requested Man in the Mirror after ko i-post yung...
Okay.
I think I did an instrumental of Rock With You. Say Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I saw that one too. Yeah.
And I was like, di ba parang, you know how this feels, di ba? Yung parang competitive nature mo.
Yep.
Parang may, I know it's a request. It's not a challenge. But then we always take these things as a challenge. Kasi the thing is, nung fourth year high school ako, so I was playing medyo complex stuff already sa electric guitar, like Dream Theater, Pantera, Megadeth, didn't really have that much problems with it. And then narinig ko nga yung kay Tuck Andres, and then I even got a piece, yung pyesa, how to play it. And I got so frustrated na hindi ko siya ma-figure out.
Yon, so doon na nagkikick in yan. Okay, sige, tuloy mo yan.
So that was a high school dream of mine, and something na yung sister ko asked me if I could play, and I was like, akala ko una yes, di ba? Because I was like, yeah, I do like a lot of complex stuff. And then when I tried, sobrang na-frustrate ako. Yun yung naging wake-up call saan na parang, oh man, I'm not that good, di ba? I thought I was good, pero apparently may ibang facet pala ang guitar playing.
Yep.
Other than playing fast, playing heavy, diba? Playing, like all these complex stuff. So, nung nabalik yung challenge na yun, mas napaaga, yun nga, because of Jaguar, because he made that request. And at the same time, si Taz Biagan, nag-request din ng another super hard na instrumental song. So, hanggang ngayon yung kay Taz, nililinis ko pa rin yung request kasi it's really hard. So, at least nauna ko na yung Man in the Mirror. So, I said, okay, I got that out of the way. Okay.
Diba? Parang dapat, ito na yan So, pag nag-air tong podcast na to, magkakaroon ng bagong segment si Professor Mark Entrata. Prof Mark Request. # Prof Mark Request.
Makikita na. Madadali lang.
May realize ng tao, pwede pala nating i-message. Pwede pala tayong mag-request ng kanta. Maghahanap na rin ako ng kanta.
But then at the same time then, di ba? I mean, I know I can also speak for you because you won't be at the black belt level without this mentality. But you know, tayo din kasi na parang, pag yun, again, the request was a hard request. But
Yeah.
then, at the same time, we're like, yeah, you know, let's do this. Kasi kung meron din nag-request ng more than words, which is, I think, especially yung time ko, a lot of people could play more than words.
Hindi.
No, extreme.
Iba yan. Iba si more than words.
Diba? Like a lot of people could play more than words. So parang sa akin, wala akong, and I never learned how to play it just because na-figure out ko, if everyone else can play it,
then you can play it. Yeah.
Then what's the point of me playing it also?
Yep.
Diba?
Agreed.
Na parang
parang common na lang siya, di ba? Parang common na lang siya.
Yeah, di ba? Na parang hindi siya nagpo-fuel nung drive mo.
Yeah.
Di ba? To do something na, you know, like 50% of guitar players could also do.
Yep.
Di ba?
That's true. 100%. Kasi kahit ako parang, basta nakita ko yung Man in the Mirror, sabi ko, nag-Man in the Mirror si Entrata. Play! Kahit mabagal yung internet noong araw na, hintayin natin to. Sabi ko, hintayin natin to. I mean,
I messed up dun sa last chord. I kind of forgot the last chord. Because again, so many conversations were in my head.
Dude, pero I mean, you got 80-90% right. I'm like, fuck. I mean, whoever, kung sino gitarista dyan, subukan nyo yung Man in the Mirror. Parang ano yun like, most of the band people that I know, parang yan din ang pinapractice nila. Like for them, it's a personal achievement. It's an artistic achievement if they could do it the way Tak Andres was able to do it. Parang, kasi if you watch, again, people, you go watch Tak Andres, Man in the Mirror, you watch how he does it. There's just so many complex processes going on in one video. So I was like, when I watched that, I was like, this guy is really good. Okay. So that we just talked about the process, but before that, diba, I want everyone to know like how everything began. So your martial arts journey, Professor, take it away, like your journal. Parang martial arts journal mo lang to. Sige, go.
Wow.
Very
actually,
first.
Yung martial arts experience ko actually, nag-start siya by accident. Okay? Sa Lasal, yung best friend ko, yung gusto mag-training sa Sarian. Sarian ko.
Okay.
Hindi ko alam kung alam.
Sarian.
Alam mo mga generation yan kung ano Sarian. Diba?
Sarian means sariling pamamaraan.
Pamamaraan, di ba? And then, one of our good friends, nagte-training once in a while sa Sarian, and he also did some knife fighting. Okay, I think you know him na, si JC De Leon.
JC De Leon, oh yeah.
Okay, so university break, Wednesday.
Oh my God, you break. Ang dami nangyayari talaga sa U-break. Putang ina ng U-break talaga.
And yun lang yung time na I believe yun lang yung only day na nagte-training yung Sarian.
Yes.
Okay. So, since lagi kami magkasama ng best friend ko, si Paolo, it was like, and then JC was like, hey, you know, eto yung time. So, syempre, ano gagawin ko? Di sumama ako to watch.
Yep.
Okay. And then,
dyan nagsisimula yung mga yan, to watch.
And then, of course, who was there? Si Professor Alvin Aguilar. Si Joel Yappinchay. Si Professor Joel
Yappinchay, yes, the classics.
And then, biglang, since wala namang uniform nun eh. Pinapatanggal lang yung t-shirt.
Mo.
So, then sinabi, take off your shirt. Gumanon, si Alvin. So, tinanggal nung friend ko yung shirt niya. Tapos tumingin sa akin. Sabi, you, take off your shirt. Do you honestly think? Sabi ko kay Alvin, no, I don't think so. So, bro, I was like, oh my God.
Okay, take off your shirt.
What's happening? So, and then, I think,
parang pare-pareho tayong ginanyan ha. Okay, tapos?
Ang masama kasi nito, I said, dude, wala akong balak mag-training, sumali. Diba? I haven't even seen a UFC. Diba? This was 1996. Though alam ko 1993 yung UFC. But, you know, up to that point, wala pa napapanood eh. So, so you know, they showed us like I think like one move. Okay, like a striking move, diba?
Yeah.
And then after like 10, 15, first the conditioning was tough.
Yep.
And me and my best friend, we were both guitar players. Hindi kami mga athletes. Wala naman akong athletic background eh. Diba? Like to the disappointment of a lot of my friends and people because I'm 5'11", but I can't really play basketball well. Diba? So kasi nga wala akong athletic. So I was like doing push-ups I was like, dude, I haven't really done this, whatever. So, and then after, like I think 15 minutes of techniques.
Yeah.
And then, like the sparring where you wear the gloves, right?
Yeah, the uneven gloves.
I was like, wow, so nauna yung friend ko. And buti nauna siya because si Alvin yung kasparring niya. And this was, yung, ano pa to yung wooden floor to
Yes, wooden floor.
It's the wooden
Yeah.
floor.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So, bam. So, nagka-scramble, ganyan. And then Alvin threw him down. Okay. That resulted na, he actually broke his collarbone. But we found out, like later on.
Later on pa.
Okay. And then, so, tapos na sila. So, next, syempre, ako na. Diba? And guess who was the guy? Si Professor Joel
Yapinchai. Yeah.
So, I said, oh man. And especially in the time when si Joel had long hair. Like, around this long.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then he was
it was
jacked, man.
When during the time that strength and conditioning was not, diba, was not a thing, Joel was already doing it.
Yep. So parang tingin ko kasi sa kanya, like si Alvin's like Goku. I look at Joel as like Vegeta.
Yeah.
Diba? So I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm going up against Vegeta. Diba? Parang, dude, wala ba si Yamcha dyan? So,
wala ba si Yamcha? Si Yamcha kasi yung madaling mamatay.
Yep. I said, come on, man, give me a shit. And so, okay, pagbaba ng kamay ganon, next thing I remember was people were asking me if I was okay. Are you okay? Yun na rin alala ko, may binaba yung kamay to signal the start, and then the next is like, are you okay? Are you okay? Na nakahiga ganon. Dude, Joel knocked me out.
Yeah.
Cold. I said, this is wild. So, parang part of me was like, okay, do I continue doing this? And then, so what happened was, we found out later on, or the following day, na yung friend ko nga, or I think later on, na, he had a broken collarbone. So he couldn't train.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, okay, I guess, babalik na lang ako, diba? So, and then, noong time na yun, parang si Joel yung nagtuturo eh. So, Joel would go, and then, again, papaspar na naman niya akong kani-kanino. And then, of course, I would always lose. Always lose. Okay? And then, I don't know if later on, it was this year. But then, honestly, I think I trained like 5-6 times only. Okay? Because it was every Wednesday. So, there's this guy, a smaller guy, si Rhett yung name niya. So, he's pretty tough. So, he would beat me up. Okay? And then, nangyari was, which is weird. So finally, after like 4 or 5 weeks, there was a new guy. Okay, so I was like, okay, yes, I can finally.
Yeah, bawi na to. Bawi to.
And the crazy part was, so yun, then hanggang sa he was down. Kasi doon naman, wala pa kaming alam sa grappling eh. But if the fight continued kahit nasa ground ka na.
Yep, that's
like,
true.
Diba? So the guy was down. Got on top of him, sapa ko siya, but finally, tinigil. Yeah. And after nun, parang hindi ako makatulog nung gabi. Na parang, oh man, na parang hindi ko naman siya kilala, wala naman siyang ginawang mali. I mean, yun yung mentality ko. I was like, what, first year college?
College,
diba?
Yeah.
And so I felt so bad. So hindi na ako bumalik.
Okay.
So, which is a little bit weird, diba? Kasi yung iba, they don't go back because they get beat up a lot, diba? Which was happening to me prior to that. But then finally, when I won, diba? I felt so bad na parang, and then I saw the guy, I think 2 days after, naka-shades siya. So, I was like, oh, shoot, di ba? Na parang,
may black eye
So-
to, may black eye to.
so di ba? Na parang, I mean, okay sana yun kung magkaaway kami. Di ba? Kung galit ako sa kanya. So, of course, noong time na I didn't understand, like, sport. Di ba?
Yeah,
It's a sport.
it was the culture back then, and everyone was trying things out, and there was no structure basically. Yun yung pinaka explanation dun. There was no structure. People were coming and going. That's why the narrative right now, or this is very good of what we're talking about, kasi it will whoever's gonna watch this will have a better appreciation of why the landscape or the landscape of martial arts is how it is right now. It's because of the trial and error that people, diba? We all went through the trial and error stage, so now we know how to do things better, diba? We have a better approach to things, and that's what we're passing on, diba? Yun nga lang, sorry na lang sila kasi sa kanila medyo mas structured na yung they don't really have, nasa atin yung era na masasaya yung story eh. Okay. Sorry, continue. So you saw the guy wearing shades.
So I didn't do martial arts, whatever, like after that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, and I think 2 years after, parang I saw UFC 1 sa PTV 4. So I don't know if the channel still around. But,
meron pa. Lahat ng press con, PTV 4.
Oh, okay. So that was the first time. Oh, no, but actually, sorry. That was the first time I saw UFC, but that wasn't the first MMA event na I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi dun sa village namin, may nagpaparent ng mga VHS. So I was describing the UFC, hindi niya alam, but then he was like, I think you're describing something like this. And it was WCC, World Combat Championship.
Yep.
So si Renzo Gracie. But then, I know of the Gracies kasi, like people would mention it, like sa Sarian, they would mention it, diba? So I was like, hey, I think this is the Hoist Gracie guy. Maybe he just used a different name. I don't know. What's going on. Okay. So I saw Hanzo, but then, the win of Hanzo didn't really showcase Jiujitsu. Because
Hanzo was striking. Yeah, he knew how to strike.
Hanzo moved well noong time na. So, and then I think like a few months after, I saw UFC 1 sa PTV4. Yeah. So I got interested sa grappling.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so, bumili ko ng mga instructional videos sa Squadron.
Talagang,
so,
alam mo kung bukas pa si Squadron ngayon. Alam mo, kung bukas lang talaga si Squadron ngayon. Every pioneering martial arts guy, the resource place was Squadron talaga. Yeah. Okay. So, Squadron.
So, tapos meron kaming houseboy.
Mm-hmm.
Noong time na he was like 15 years old, so much smaller than me. So I would practice on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then I found out na mas nagpo-focus na sa Jiujitsu yung Sarian noong time na yon.
Yep.
I think this was around 2000.
Yeah.
I think this was around 2000 or late 99 siguro.
Mm-hmm.
So tapos na doon na sila sa judo room sa baba.
Yeah.
Okay, but so basta may mats na. So is who was my blockmate first year college.
Mm-hmm.
Was video sa Squadron and practicing. Our houseboy was much smaller and younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Finally narinig ko na they're doing more jiu-jitsu now sa
training.
The train, and then may mats na and stuff like that. So I checked it out and it was pretty good. I mean, I think I saw I actually forgot the name of the instructor. He had long hair, and then but I think I saw him once or twice lang. So it was really more of the students just
grappling
teaching each other. Yeah. So I believe that's where I met Franz Buenaventura.
Oh, Franz.
Okay. And then I was telling Joey Lepitan about it because Joey, noong time na was training Japanese Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep.
Okay. So I think I remember telling Joey about the training, and so he started training with us doon.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, si Richard Lasprilla dinala niya.
Yep.
So kaya that's why we really go way back. Me,
Yep, that is
Joey,
true.
Richard. Okay. And then, um, I don't know what happened, but I think I stopped again or something. But
Mm-hmm.
the next thing I remembered, oh, and then I found out na there was a Carlson Gracie team sa Capitolio. Okay.
Okay. Sino raw nagtuturo doon ng time na yun?
So si Miles Vives.
Oh, si
Okay.
Miles. Yan.
So, taga-Pasig ako. Okay. And then
Mm.
I saw the schedule. It's like, like I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and stuff. I was like, wow, they train like 3 times a week, stuff like that. So, I decided to check it out. And, like si Miles was super cool. Parang very welcoming siya. And then, so I like the structure. And then, parang very chill ng mga students na.
Yep.
Okay. So,
And he's a good teacher. He's a good competitor. He's a good teacher.
dude, talagang, I think I think last year or 2 years ago, I was like cleaning my books. And then may nalaglag na this was parang an outline of a private seminar he did with a team when he was still a blue belt regarding side control.
Yep.
And dude, sobrang dami. Yung may flow chart na and stuff like that. I was like, wow, a blue belt did this. So anyway, so I started training with Miles. And then, lumipat na yung training ng Jiujitsu sa Lasal to like the new building ng time na yon. Like the sports building.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and mostly sila Joey na yung nandun. Okay.
Yep.
So, I guess taboo na already nung time na yun to cross-train. But then they're like, hindi, kaming mga magkakapatid lang naman yung nandun. So just go.
Hindi pa naman masyadong malaki si Jiu-Jitsu noon. I mean, nobody really knew about it. Like, it was, back until then, it was still Sarian.
Yeah, so I would train with Joey. Jerome would beat me up the worst. Because he was taller than me, more
tall and strong. Yes, tall and strong.
And then see Jason, I found for me was the most technical because I was bigger than Jason. Okay, but then he would still submit me and stuff like that.
Very technical.
Very technical. So, but then I graduated na rin and stuff. So I continued training with Miles. Okay, until and then eventually I got my blue belt kay John Noano. Okay, because under kami kay John Noano eh. Because before we were Carlson Gracie. Okay, and then for a time we became Manimal Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, I've heard of Manimal Jiu-Jitsu.
But Manimal really is under Carlson Gracie. Okay, so si Manimal is a black belt of Carlson Gracie. So we became Manimal, and then we became Team Revolution first. Okay, and then Team Revolution, we became New Breed. I know ang gulo, di ba? But
pero yung timeline. That is the yun yung correct timeline niya.
Di ba? Because Team Revolution was still under Carlson Gracie, but was I believe an association formed by Rodrigo Mederos.
Yep,
not
Rodrigo Mederos. Yeah,
it's Rodrigo Mederos na Carlson, and then underneath that was New Breed, ni John Noano and Johnny Ramirez. Okay, so now we were under Professor John Oano.
And then may Oano Geese pa nun, di ba?
Yes.
May Oano Geese pa nun.
So we train. Ang kasabay ko, ang kabatch ko as a blue belt na promote was si Ali Sulit.
Yeah, Ali Sulit.
So kami yung magkabatch, and like 3 other guys, I believe. And typical, the 3 other guys got the blue belt syndrome. So we don't know where they are now. But anyway.
Okay lang yun. Okay, so now it's New Breed.
And then, after I remember getting my blue belt, I think December 2004. Okay, and then 2005, parang I think March or April or something like that. May Pan-Asian, the very first Pan-Asian, di ba?
Yes.
So And then, so I joined. Buti na lang, thankfully, I won my first match against this guy from Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then, buti, on the other side, si TJ Sulit won his match. So, kinlose out namin ni TJ.
Oo, di ba? Yes.
Because he fought si Jason Senales. Who was like a Filipino. So I was like, dude, I don't want to deal with this guy.
Pero medyo maganda yung matchup nila, Medyo maganda yung matchup na yun,
That was a good fight. Kaya kinakabahan because si TJ would murder me sa training. And I was like, if this guy is holding his own against TJ, so he's at the level of TJ, this guy will kill me. So I was like, TJ, please win. So what that he did. So, but then, a few months after, si Miles left for the States.
Parang went back to the States.
So, naiwan puro blue belts kami. Okay. So, and then, kami, like yun pala naging head ng Pasig branch was this guy, si Aaron Lee. Okay. And then, yung Ateneo, of course, si Ali. And then, the Makati was si Aldo and si TJ. Aldo Torres.
Aldo Torres, yeah.
Again, guys, disclaimer pala, this is how I remember things. So, baka may mali ako sa dates and,
Lagay na lang, mag-comment na lang sila. Diyos ko, arte ng mga tao. Masyadong, di ba? Sabihin mo, podcast ko to. Pag may problema sila, hanapin nila ako.
So this is how I remember things.
Yeah,
okay?
That's fine, bro.
Take note,
that's
this
fine.
is like what? 2004, 2005, 2006.
Di ba? Sobrang tagal na yan.
So basically may 3 branches sa New Breed.
Yep.
Diba? But then, in as far as I remember, like Ateneo was really the ones na parang really into competition.
Yep.
Parang they were really into competition. Kami naman, like si Aaron kasi stopped competing already. And, kami more of a, hey, this is fun.
That's
diba?
fun.
This is fun. It's hanging out with your friends, diba? And then, I think Makati was somewhere in between.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then later on, like I forgot that I think 2008 Ateneo became VPF first.
Yeah, VPF muna sila.
Tapos, diba?
Yep.
So they became VPF, and then so dalawa na lang kaming New Breed ngayon, diba?
Ano muna sila? Naging VPF muna, tapos naging Atos VPF, and then naging Atos Philippines.
Atos na lang.
Yep.
Diba? So, and to be honest, wala akong sama ng loob sa kanila. Okay? Like Ali and I talk, personal siyang nagpaalam sa amin ni Aaron.
Yep.
Okay. So, that's why, we're still friends. And the thing is, yung isa pa naming student ng time na yun, si Gully Go.
Galigo! Oh, yeah. Nakalaban ko pa si Galigo. Oh.
Si Gully was student namin ni Aaron up until blue belt. Okay. So, but then, si Ali, si Gully told us na parang, parang mas I decided to join sila Ali. And it's fine because, si Gully is, competitor din si Gully. He improves by competing.
Yep.
And, like nung time na yon, alam naman namin na, we weren't really focused on competing. Diba? So we're like, yeah, man, it's cool. Diba? So that's what happened. And then, man, I think I was a blue belt for like 6 years, 7 years, I think. Something like that. But which was fine. Okay. And I think that was the time na I realized na I didn't really care about the belts anymore. Diba? Na for me, yeah, it's just it's a good marker siguro for others na parang, I know what to expect from this person.
Yeah.
Whatever. But then, it really doesn't, it shouldn't hold you back. Diba? Na, you know for yourself if you're improving or not. Diba?
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
So there, and I think I got my purple belt 2010 ata. Or like I think 2010, middle 2010. But then, what happened was, again, this is...
Ano to, from Uwano pa rin? Or...
Yeah. But then, But nung time na yun, si Professor John wasn't able to go. It was actually si Mike Vives. Nung time na si Mike Vives was back sa Manila.
Okay.
Okay, who's the older brother of Miles. Okay. So si Mike was here for a few years. Nung time na yun. Parang when VPF split, I think a few months after, dumating naman si Mike. So we're like, oh, cool, at least we still have a black belt. Diba?
Yep.
So we were training with Mike, and then, but then at the time, see, Mike really wasn't the head of New Breed. It was this other guy, like this Phil guy, who was a black belt also. Okay. And what happened was, again, this is my story. Okay, like people could say, that's not how it happened and stuff. And
bahala sila sa buhay nila.
And
mag-Facebook post sila.
na I don't want to throw anyone under the bus or anything, but let's just say na hindi naging maganda yung relationship ko with this guy. Okay. Again, this is how I remember things. It's just that I just didn't like the way
things were run.
Things were being run, especially like how the others were being treated. Okay. So, and then what also happened was kami ni Aaron yung nag-head ng Pasig branch, di ba? Like I mentioned earlier. But then si Aaron parang nag-diminish na yung role niya kasi wala na siyang drive sa Jiu-Jitsu eh. So hanggang sa hati na kami ng classes. Okay. And then what happened was tinanggal kami ni Aaron as instructors ng Pasig. Which is fine. Okay, which is fine. Okay, kasi si TJ naman yung pinalit eh. I mean, like especially on paper, you would see the accomplishments of TJ and stuff like that. So, I had no problems with that. And that time, nakatira na ako sa Parañaque.
Okay.
And then the gyms in Pasig. So, I figured, cool, at least I don't have to stay in Pasig when I teach. Diba?
Yeah.
So, and then later on, I think after 3 months, they decided to close the Pasig branch down. Na i-concentrate na lang lahat sa Rockwell. Okay?
Yep.
So, yung mga students ko before that stopped training, they had this idea na, hey, what if, kasi sa Tech-Tight Towers to eh.
Oh, Tech-Tight. Classic.
Diba? So they're like, hey, what if we just rent yung space sa Tech-Tight and do private trainings? Na parang we're not a team. Sabi kasi barkada naman talaga, naging barkada na tayo eh.
That is true.
Diba na parang instead na nagkikita tayo sa mga bars na kung ano-ano po pwedeng mangyari, and most of us were married already, we're like, dude, Jiu-Jitsu is like something positive for our group.
Yep.
So, I was like, yeah, sige. But then, so we talked to Mike Vives about it. And Mike was like, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that because it just sounds like it's a virtual garage.
Yeah.
Diba? So sabi ko pa na parang, but the thing is, we can't compete. We also won't compete. And if any of us want to compete, they're gonna have to train sa Rockwell. Okay? Diba? Na parang, I mean, that's just fair. Diba? Na parang, you can't represent a team na you're not training with. Diba?
Yep.
So, I was like, but then none of us really wanted to compete. So it wasn't an issue, diba? But
so parang it's one of those perfect situations for everybody.
Yeah. But then it didn't sit well with the others, diba? So they wanted us to close the training sa Tech-Tight.
Okay.
So again, this is something that I can look everyone in the eye. Okay. It was a decision na they had us choose, kami ni Aaron, na you can continue being part of the team if you shut down the Tech-Tight training, okay? Or you can continue that, but we're gonna have to ask you guys to leave the team.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, that's like a super easy decision.
Oo nga.
It's like we're sticking with our friends.
Oo nga.
Diba? Na parang, again, I know some will be upset na parang, oh, you're airing out dirty laundry, but it is what it is, man.
No,
Diba?
it's not. It's like, diba? It's not airing dirty laundry. It's like, it's telling the story how it is. Diba? Kasi ito lagi rin, the people, okay, here's the thing. The people who will be star graping or is gonna get beaten up in the ass because of the things that we talk about, if this happened with Sixto, Alvin, Richard, I mean, if that's what happened, then that's what happened. Diba? If that's what happens, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Ako, I'm not a perfect, and I'm no martyr. I did a lot of stupid things in my life, diba? Pero, diba? Kwento na lang natin. Nagkukwentuhan lang po kami, diba?
Yeah.
Nakikinig lang kayo. So technically, nakikichismis lang kayo sa kwentuhan namin.
And again, this is how I remember things, diba?
Yep,
This is how
yeah.
I remember.
Okay, so if that's the easiest decision, and I totally agree. I mean, anytime, of course you're gonna choose your friends. Okay.
Diba? So the thing is, noong time na yun, we were also training. I was training a lot kasi nga since taga Parañaque, I was also training a lot with sila Ken Noda. Okay.
Yeah.
Kasi noong time na yun, a few months prior to what happened, they also joined New Breed. So they became part of New Breed.
Yep.
And then I was like, cool, diba? I get to train with Ken because I've been a fan of Ken since he was a white belt.
Yeah.
And
really good guy.
Yung work ethic niya is insane. So I was very fortunate na I got to train from him and stuff. So, and then sila Ken talk to me. They're like, hey, we heard that, you're out, but we want to join you. I was like, whoa, wait. I actually had a meeting with them and told them that, hey man, I just got my purple belt. Okay, I don't have an affiliation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a power to promote anyone to the next belt, whatever. Okay, so think about it, diba? Na parang you guys can leave. You guys can choose to go the other way or go to another team, diba? Affiliate with a different team. But noong time na yun, they decided to stick with me. So that's how kaya Heftech, kasi we were training out of Heva.
Yeah.
Sa village, di ba? Dito sa BF. So, and then kami, Tech Tight. So, yeah, I know, it wasn't the most creative name, but I was like, yeah, what the hell. So,
Heva and Tech Tight, di ba?
Yeah, so,
not bad, di ba? Heftech.
Di ba? So, naging Heftech. And then, so, now, ito yung naging challenge for me. Because, kung sa Tech Tight side lang, wala kaming plano talaga mag-compete di ba? I mean, but si James wanted to compete. So, I was kind of thinking this na rin. But, ultimately, kailangan mo ng affiliation Okay?
That is true.
Diba? I mean, to compete. So, namin, sino ba yung mga black belts na nakatrain namin, ganyan. So, we wanted a Phil-Am talaga. And, someone na, we could afford.
Yeah. Because it's not cheap.
Diba? So I reached out to Professor Mike Entrata kasi in 2008 we were able to train with him for a few days. Okay, right? Very good guy, like solid techniques, yan. So we asked him, and he agreed. That's why we became under Professor Mike Entrata. Okay, kaya kami naging Heftech Entrata.
Yeah.
And then. So yeah, it went on for I think like a year or something. But then you would really see na parang medyo may like the Heva guys did things their way, we did things our way, and kasi parang they grew up kasi magkakaibigan naman din sila just like us.
Yeah.
So but then they're like really more competition based sila.
Yeah.
It's like that's their thing. So parang parang hindi nag-jive yung ideals
culture.
Yung culture, 'di ba? Yeah. So yeah, that's why we kind of just decided parang hey, I think it's best if we just go our separate ways, 'di ba? Na parang and I believe na and I was right. Sabi ko na parang if you look for a better leader, na more competitive, mas marami kayong ma-achieve kaysa kung magsistick kayo with me. Because, I'm not a delusional guy. I know what I can do and what I can't do.
Yeah.
Diba? So, and kaya that's what happened. And look at them now, man. Like one of the top teams, checkmate. Diba? One of the scariest teams. Diba? Parang na if you're facing a checkmate guy, dude,
you better be prepared. Yeah.
Bring your lunch, man. It's gonna be a war all the time. So, which is great, diba? That's why I'm happy for them also. So then, so what happened again? We needed an affiliation. So, and then parang financially we couldn't sustain then yung kay Professor Entrata. Because again, we're a small team, diba? And flying him and an assistant from the US.
Hindi siya, it's no easy task.
And especially nung time na yun, I wasn't making money teaching
out of
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's true.
Diba? And then, I just had a kid and stuff. Or, my daughter's like nung time na, I think 2 years old already, stuff like that. So, I have a family to raise them. So, si James knew si Professor Pages.
Pages. Pages ba o Pages?
I think it's Pages.
Pages,
But most people say parang Pages. So
Pages Jiu-Jitsu.
98
pages.
98 pages, diba? So we're like, and then may student siya, si Renzi, who would train with us pag nasa Manila siya. And kami ni Renzi, very very good kami with Renzi. So we're like, hey, what if we ask PJ if we can affiliate with him instead, diba? So that's what happened. So we affiliated with them. Okay, and there are a bunch of nice guys, see Professor Jay then, when he came from this, he visited from the States, so I got to meet them, and really nice guys. Okay. So we that's why we competed under the 98 banner for I think 3 years. And that's where I got my brown belt then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got my brown belt November 2014. Okay. So then in 2016 we got to meet Cobrinha. Okay? Now this is I know the story is very long, diba? So guys, get some popcorn.
Dude, we got time.
Get drinks. Because yung isa kong student na nagpa-private classes sa akin, si Dino, parang I found out na half of the year, like sporadically, he would be in the US. Like every 3 months, he'd be there for like 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was like, bro, saan ka nagtitrain? Sabi niya, kung saan, like Hollywood Jiu-Jitsu, blah, blah. I was like, dude, you're in LA. Train with this guy, si Cobrinha. He was like, dude, who's Cobrinha? Because he's not into sport jiu-jitsu.
Tanong niya, who's Cobrinha?
Yeah, because he's not into sport jiu-jitsu. He's not into... So he's like, dude, who's Cobrinha? I was like, dude, just trust me, please. Then, syempre, binigyan ko pa na siya ng background. Na parang, he's like, noong time na yun, I think si Cobrinha was I think a 3-time world champion, 4-time world champion. So I was like, yeah, he won this, that. I'm like, okay, cool. So, when he went to the States, which I received a phone call. Sabi niya. Oh, and what I did pa pala was, prior to that, nag-drawing ako ng portrait ni Cobrinha. And then I shared it sa Instagram. And then si Cobrinha shared it. So I was like, wow, man. Because,
diba?
I was like, kasi 2008, idol ko na si Cobrinha. But, which is funny because that was the year na medyo pa-decline na siya because that was the year half,
half was coming up.
Diba? But then, I've always been a fan. So, since 2008, I know it was a little bit late. But, so, dinrawing ko siya. Okay? So, parang yun yung naging intro ni Dino. Because,
this is the guy who drew you.
Kasi, nagulat daw siya. He was there sa lounge area and then may tumatik daw sa kanya. And then it was Cobrinha himself, and Cobrinha was like, "Hi, I'm Cobrinha. Are you here to try out a class?" Like super nice daw.
Yep.
So he introduced himself, and then he was like, "Oh, so where are you from?" So sabi niya, "Oh, I'm from the Philippines. Where do you train?" And then he was like, "Oh, my coach was the one who drew you on Instagram."
Instagram.
So sabi ni Cobrinha daw, parang, "Oh, please tell him that I really like his drawing. I even shared it." I was like, "Yeah, I know." So, kasi sobrang kilig ako noon, dude.
Alam
Kasi,
mo, nagigets ko yan. Kaya ako, pagka may idol ako na nag-comment sa mga, nag-reply sa comments ko, I'm like, wow. Nakita niyo yung, I'm relevant. I'm relevant.
Di ba na parang, sabi ko nga, parang, dude, like, these people, like si Cobrinha would never know me for my jiu-jitsu skills.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's face, again, I'm a real guy, di ba? Na parang hindi ako delusional. Diba? I'm like, dude, why? Why should he? Diba? But then I figured, man, medyo may ibang talent pa nga pala, which is like, drawing. So, I was like, at least kahit papano, even for a minute, a second, a day, napunta ako sa consciousness ni Cobrinha. And that's good enough for me. Okay? So he started training with Cobrinha. So yun na, parang naging regular student na siya ni Cobrinha kasi nga half of the year sa amin siya, half of the year. So technically, student siya ni Cobrinha then. And he was so really amazed kung paano si Cobrinha as a person. And what Dean would always tell me is that, sabi niya, bro, I've trained, again, like I mentioned, sabi niya, I've trained with different, at different gyms here, di ba?
Yeah.
But then, sabi niya, yung vibe ni Cobrinha and the gym, the atmosphere, parang sa atin. Yung, very friendly, very chill. Like, even the instructors, the coaches, parang, they go up to the white belts, the new guys, like, it's such a friendly atmosphere. Sabi niya, it's like the same. So, I was like, wow, that's cool. Na parang sabi ni Dino, hey man, I want to bring Cobrinha here 2016 so you can meet him.
Do a seminar, yeah.
Diba? So I was like, okay, so let's figure out how the expenses are going to go. No. So, but we pulled it off. Diba?
Yeah.
It happened. You were there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the support.
Of
the
course.
Black guys, as usual, were there.
Yeah.
So,
diba? And ano, it was at UANP pa noon.
Yep.
Diba? And then you guys pulled it off. As in, from the logistics, pick him up, sourcing extra mats, diba? And then the schedule, the logistics of everything. It was a really good seminar. It was a really good seminar. Sige, I'll butt in muna kasi nandun pa tayo sa 2016 na seminar. I want to share my Cobrinha story. Punta kami doon. Bukod sa we're also big fans of Cobrinha kasi. Diba? I mean, he's one of the guys who's nothing to prove in the jiu-jitsu world.
Yeah.
Ganun siya. Then I've always heard stories of how much of a good guy he is. And after that seminar, we were discussing and like sabi namin, puta chong, mabait pala talaga si Cobrinha. Sabi niya, sobrang bait pala talaga niya. He has this effect on people na, actually, I mean, that's, let me reframe that. He gives singular importance to each individual to each and every participant of that seminar. As in, that's why, di ba syempre, with any black belt seminar no superstar, di ba, pipila ka and then you'll take a photo, papa-interview ka. We didn't mind. We knew the line was there, but I was observing and I was like, okay. Some black belts go like, hey, yung parang sorry, pero yung iba may template na eh. Hello, what's up? Keep training. Ganyan. Si Cobrinha, ito yung approach niya. He will ask you, what is your name? That's the first time I've heard of a black belt ask, what is your name? And then he will repeat your name. Franco, it's so nice to meet you. Diba? Sabi ko, then kumbaga, other black belts or other people who will do seminar, they will feed off the conversation or they will feed off what you tell them. Cobrinha was the exact opposite. He will initiate and he will say, thank you for coming to the seminar. Did you enjoy it? Are there any details that you want to ask me? I'm like, is this fucking guy serious? Sabi ko, he's asking me. And then, ito rin yun. I think I learned a lot from that seminar on how I conduct my seminars. When I saw Cobrinha sparred with everybody, I made it a point to myself. Purple belt pa lang ako nun eh. So I was like, if Cobrinha sparred everyone, what's my excuse in the future not to spar everyone? I mean, di ba, pumila kami nun, di ba? Nakapila kami. Tapos sabi ko, then afterwards, I went with some of the Valores guys, di ba?
Yeah.
Valores pa nun eh. Then I go, sinisilip ko si Cobrinha. Sabi ko,
Still going,
sabi ko. Nag-water break na ako. Sabi ko, putang ina. Tapos sabi ko, puta si Cobrinha, dire-diretso pa rin. Sabi ko, wala, world champion tong taon to. So, okay. So, then the last, this is one of the, we talked about this na you guys weren't able to join Arte Suave Manila back then because may Cobrinha seminar.
Oh, yes,
diba?
yes.
Ito yun, dito ko, I think this is more than anything, this is my best Cobrinha seminar. Nung tapos na yung seminar, I went back, and then, syempre ako, B-Bukid, fanboy ako eh. So, I go like, lapit ako I was walking, when I looked, Cobrinha was walking next to me, and then I forgot who was the other guy. So I said, thank you for doing this, ganyan. Then the guy next to, he's the guy who's running Arte Suave Manila. Sabi niya, oh, really? What is that? Tapos, he didn't ask anymore. Went to his phone, checked out Arte Suave Manila. And then pagdating sa banyo, after magbihis ng lahat, I said my final goodbye. Then he goes like, you know what? You're doing good for the Jiu-Jitsu community. I wish you luck on your tournament. Sabi ko, dude, nagdadrive ako pa uwi. Sabi ko talaga, literal, di ako yung bobola. Sabi ko, ina, sinabi sa akin ni Cobrinha, good luck on you too. I mean, that was like one of the happiest drives na pauwi ako ng traffic. Kasi, I mean, for those who do Jiu-Jitsu, who's dedicated their lives to Jiu-Jitsu, for someone like Cobrinha to do that, I mean, he took the time to, because they say, I was a tournament, good luck. Diba? It's easy to do that eh. Pero siya just like, you're good luck for your tournament. I wish you all the success. That is a very good thing for the Jiu-Jitsu here in the Philippines. Sabi ko, putang ina. So I appreciate that so much na when you guys brought him back, sabi ko, puta, by hook or by crook after nito, punta ako dyan. Kasi that's, and you'll feel the genuine sincerity from the guy. There are a lot of people who are like, wala, they're like walking infomercials. Diba?
Showbiz.
Diba? Siya, wala, and here, lulubusin ko na to, so before you continue your story. So before you introduced him to the diba, nag-formation, diba? I really wanted to like sneak in that time. Sabi ko, hi professor. Sabi niya, oh, I remember you. Sabi ko, yes, I'm Franco. Sabi ko, when you were here, I was a purple belt. Tapos sabi ko, now I'm a black belt. Walang sabi. Siya yung nagsabi, congratulations, professor. Tapos niyakap niya ako. Sabi ko, you did really well. Puta, sabi ko, iba talaga tong taong to. Sabi ko, iba tong taong to. Iba to. Wala na. I mean, that's how he is. The only other time someone will make people feel that way was Saulo. Kaya rin kami, swerte kami kay Saulo. We're very lucky to have Saulo. I think Saulo's, syempre, his personality is different, but when it comes to that genuineness, that sincerity, pero ako, when it comes, puta, iba si Cobrinha, bro. Okay. So, sorry to cut off. Pero, yun lang, yung 16. Okay.
No, man, that's actually a very awesome story because hindi ko alam yun eh. I don't know that story.
No, you were on the mic na nun eh. Oh, nasa gilid pa lang siya nun. Sabi ko, puta, now or never na to. Sabi ko.
No, I mean like even yung noong 2016 and so. Kasi diba the problem with us kasi is we only see each other usually sa mga tournaments. Na busy din tayo, diba? We're like, we have to coach here. Yeah. So we don't really get the time to, hey, but that's cool. And I'm also gonna take this time na to actually apologize to the people who went to his last seminar in 2019, last year. Okay? Kasi nga, ang nangyari was, and, Cobrinha was, he's legit nice, but you could also see na, and I understand him na medyo na-disappoint siya with how we handled it. Kasi, ang nangyari was, hindi kami nag-allow ng photos and
the individual photos.
Photos. Kasi, noong time na yon, we were scared na mag-overtime kami. And, it was a free seminar. So, yung expenses namin, pinapababa namin as much as we can. So, we didn't want to pay overtime. But, truth is, we ended up paying overtime. So, we found out like a month after. But anyway, so, and nangyari kasi, one of our students, ano niya talaga sa events. So, sa mga artista, okay?
Yeah.
So, ang mali namin, okay, and I will take the blame for this, okay? Sabi ko, hey, let's treat Cobrinha like he's a celebrity. Ano bang ginagawa? Diba? Na parang, walang individual pictures, walang ganyan. Okay. And nangyari, kasi nga, kami, since event yun, hindi naman namin area of specialty yun. So, nag-defer kami. And yun yung agreement namin. Kung ano yung sinasabi ni Patty, we have to follow. Kasi this is her thing. Events siya.
Yeah.
But then, nawala sa isip namin na Cobrinha isn't a celebrity. He doesn't want to be treated like a celebrity. Okay? So, nung night, nung nagdi-dinner na kami ni Cobrinha, parang nag-open up siya sa akin na parang sabi niya, Mark, it was so hard for me to say no to people. Especially there was this little kid who wanted my autograph, but I wasn't allowed. I was asked to leave. Yeah. So, yun yung learning namin na parang, man, hindi namin napakita sa mga tao kung sino talaga si Cobrinha. Diba? Like the experience you had in 2016, I'm sure yung iba, noong 2019 would be like, akala ko ba mabait ng tao to? Bakit ayaw niya magpa-picture? Bakit hindi pwedeng individual picture? So, we learned from that. And, I really apologize to Cobrinha. I really said,
don't worry, bro. I said, number one, it's not easy to do something like that. Okay? I mean, everybody could mouth off whatever feedback they could provide. Sige, you'll learn from it. Pero at the end of the day, no one actually will pull it off the way you guys did. And number two, actually, ito dapat yung number one, edi kayo gumawa. Di ba? Kayo gumawa. Tignan natin kung madali. Di ba? Everyone will say, pag nag-tournament, ganito, ganyan. O, di kayo gumawa. Diba? Kayo gumawa. Diba? It's no easy task. Tsaka, ito lang yun eh. Ako, I go to, as much as I can and my time will allow it, I will go to every MMA event, boxing event, or jiu-jitsu event, or tournament. Kasi, it's your way of, you don't go there expecting to be served. You go there because you want to serve and support the community. It's that simple. Ganun kasi.
So yun, but yeah, so no 2016, so you got to experience Cobrinha for like, like a few hours, got to meet him. So imagine, no 2016, we spent pretty much 1 week with him. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. So it was really a test to see, dude, legit ba talaga
siya?
I mean, bro, come on. Anyone can fake being a nice guy for like
a few days lang. A few hours,
days.
a few days. Pero not a week, bro. Not a week.
And especially jet lag ka. But then, bro, like, you would really see, pag papasok kami sa mall, he would thank the security guard. Thank you very much. Waiter, thank you very much. May aabot ka sa kanya, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's like, Jesus, man. Di ba? And so parang, sobra talagang na-inspire kami. And pag nasa traffic kami, he would, like, give life lessons, na pag narinig mo yung story niya, kasi yun nga yung pinagdaanan niya, grabe, di ba? But, so, very inspiring siya na tao. So, that's why, for me, I was like, wow, man, he's like the real deal. He's, kaya nung, and then what happened was, di ba UANP tayo, 2016?
Yes.
And then, nangyari was, I think a few months after, we got we were asked to leave UANP. Okay, so again, it's a different story altogether, but it is what it is. Okay, so we were forced to look for a new place.
And
Okay.
2016, this was Valores pa lang, di ba? It was
Yes,
Valores. Oh.
So
Then, fast forward tayo.
To 2017, we were kicked out of UANP or asked to leave. So naghanap kami, we were desperate kasi nagte-training na lang kami sa doon sa parang activity hall ng Astoria. Buti na lang yung isa naming student doon nakatira, so may privilege siya to use it. Pero we didn't want to abuse it, di ba? Plus, yung match space, isipin mo 20 students, ang match space 6x5.
No.
Diba? So, and we were preparing for Pan Asian noong time na yun. So we saw this place and we wanted the new place kasi to be within the area para yung mga existing students,
they could easily access lang.
Yeah, diba? So we found an old chapel, parang 4th floor siya ng building sa Barangay San Antonio. So we converted it. It was small. It was very challenging kasi that was the first time na nagbayad ako ng rent. Okay, na we owned the place. But then, we had to, kasi wala namang shower areas yun eh. Dalawang toilet areas. So, nag-makeshift showers kami and stuff like that. So, but then, that was the first time na we owned something, as a team, di ba? Or me, as a gym. Na parang, pag holiday, pwede tayo bukas.
Yeah.
We weren't bound to the rules of the gym. Okay? So, or the school. So, but it was tough, man, because walang parking dun sa area na yun. So yung mga students namin na may cars, even though they wanted to train, bro, ako yung tenant, paminsan wala akong parking eh. Yung parking area ko may nakaparade, hanapin pa yun. So it was tough. It was really tough. So talagang naging matibay. So napunta kami na parang, I think, I just had like 6 paying students and then my rent there was around like 35,000, 40,000. So I was losing money. But again, I have students na sobrang babait talaga, sobrang supportive na they would chip in money. Okay? Para lang to buffer the losses. Okay? Just so the team can continue training. Okay? So that's why I'm very, yung utang na loob ko sa lang. And yun nga, being the crazy person that I am, doon ko pa naisip na, hey, you know what? Parang, again, di ba yung term nga, you only live once or whatever. Di ba? And then, doon ko lang naisip na parang, hey, you know what? Yung nag-shift na rin kasi yung mentality ko ng time na yun. I started becoming more into positivity, gratefulness. Kasi nga nang nakita ko kay Cobrinha yung gratefulness eh. I was like, shoot, I have to be grateful. So, nag-shift yung mindset ko. And then, one of the things na inano ko was, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna follow my dream. However crazy it is, bahala na. Go for broke na. Diba? Parang, so, sinabi ko doon sa mga students na parang, hey, I wanna, we're leaving the 98 Association already. Okay. And then they're like, why? How? What's going to happen to us? I'm like, because I'm following my dream. Kayo na-experience ninyo si Cobrinha. And I want to take my chance. Diba? Na parang baka may chance na we could be under his guidance. Okay. Someone who I used to admire as a competitor, but when I got to meet him as a person, parang, dude, parang yung sobrang taas ng accomplishments niya sa Jiujitsu, diba? But then when I got to really meet him as a person, parang na-eclipse nung pagkatao niya. So I'm like, so I was like, dude, I will never, ever, ever come close to whatever he's achieved sa Jiujitsu. But if I can be more of a man like him, then, it's worth the risk. Diba? So, and this is what I did. We left. Okay? Kinakabahan yung mga students ko because they're like, okay, now we don't have an affiliation. What if Cobrinha says no? Because that is a possibility.
Yes.
Kasi Kasi, I didn't wanna be, yung parang nagsabay ka ng girlfriend. Yung
May
parang,
overlap,
girlfriend
may
ka.
overlap, may overlap.
Kumbaga parang may fallback. Because
Uh,
it wasn't fair to both.
yeah.
Diba? It wasn't fair to the pages. And it's not fair kay Cobrinha.
Mm.
And I don't want to start my new journey and my final journey that way.
Mm.
Diba? So, sakto, si Dino was going to the States then, noong time na. So, I had a letter na tinype ko and I signed it. Sabi ko kay Dino, pagdating mo sa States, bigay mo kay Cobrinha. But, tansyahin mo muna, medyo set upin mo muna. So, and then eventually, that's what happened. And then, si Cobrinha messaged me, he's like, I'm happy to receive this letter. Let's talk about it, etc., etc. And, then, he finally accepted us. And, in a way, I was confident because getting to know Cobrinha in 2016, I knew he wasn't about the accomplishments sa Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Na he values the values of the team, the environment. So I was like, wow, I actually have a shot at this. Because kung titignan mo yung credentials, parang, again, we have our competitors win, but noong time na puro national level lang eh, diba? And what at white and blue belts. Come on na, let's be real. So kung aasa ka sa accomplishment, and if they're really looking for that, then we basically have no shot. But then, yun nga, nakilala ko siguro. And maganda kay Cobrinha 2016, I met him, but then, kahit nung hindi pa kami under his affiliation, once in a while, he would, say hi sa WhatsApp.
Yun, diba? Yeah, how everyone's doing.
So yun, that's how it happened. I know it's kind of funny because parang people are like, si Mark, naglipat-lipat na naman ng team. I'm like, yeah, man, I think I'm like that person, but then you have to follow what inspires you. Diba? And Cobrinha really inspires me. Diba? Na parang, that's why, I was like, man, I'm just gonna follow my dream, diba? I'm just gonna, diba?
Diba, kahit naman ako, like, Pahes, Team Entrata, then Valores, I'm like, okay, Valores sila. Tapos naging Cobrinha, I was like, Cobrinha, Entrata, puta bagay ito ah. Medyo bagay ito ah. The same way na I told Jaguar, even prior to the podcast episode namin, nag-usap na kami nung in-announce yung Carpe Diem, sabi ko, Carpe Diem, Jaguar. Medyo okay. Kasi,
sounds good, yeah.
Di ba? Merong there's a jive. You'll feel na the affiliation is a good mix. Yeah. Diba? Parang siya it's with the chapter heads or yung chapter head with yung composition ng students, diba? Then yung if it just looks like an affiliated gym, it will be like that. Versus nag-jive kayo, you will form a relationship. In my honest opinion, sabi ko, when you guys announced it, I was like, puta, bagay yun ah. Sabi ko, parang bagay yung combination na yun ah. And then, go.
And yun nga, what's nice about it is,
Go.
Okay, so what's really nice about it also is that we didn't change who we are.
Exactly, di ba?
Na parang mas na-solidify lang kung ano yung ginagawa namin before, na parang, hey, eto na yung ginagawa natin before, but then to hear it from someone like Cobrinha, parang mas na-magnify pa siya.
Yep.
Diba? So parang, honestly, one of the things na naging apprehension ko affiliating with Cobrinha is really just the fact na, the moment you become Cobrinha, your name goes out there. And I've always wanted to be a low-key
guy.
Diba? Na parang, man, I just want to just have fun, not mind anyone or anyone minding me. Diba? Kaya I always wanted to stay low pro. But then, syempre hindi mo maiwasan eh, Cobrinha, and then of course, and I understand, people are like, dude, who's that guy? Paano naging di ba? Because I didn't compete, di ba? Though, and then we have some competitors, di ba? Though they do good, but again, white belt, blue, and then later on purple, di ba? But it's not as if we're a big team. So that was like, do I really want to deal with that? Nung time na inisip ko siya. But then, I figured na parang, well, it's also a way for me to step up to, di ba, na parang you can't always just be scared, and, you just don't have to, as long as you know yourself, di ba, you don't really care what other people say about you, whether it's good or it's bad, di ba, na parang, for me, I've heard rumors about me na parang, I did this, did that, but then, these are also coming from people who don't know me. Then I'm like, dude, I don't even have to explain myself.
Exactly. Exactly. Yung mga, kahit ako, talaga? Di ko nga alam yun
Di ba? Na parang
di ko nga alam na ginawa ko yun eh.
Exactly. Di ba? Na parang, for me, what's important is, alam nung students ko, yung totoo. That I'm honest with them.
Di
ba?
That is
Because
true.
Yung opinion lang naman talaga nila yung nagmamatter sa akin. Di ba? So parang, I don't go out of my way explaining na parang, oh, dude, hindi totoo to, like someone said, hey, I heard, this is what happened. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Ako like, pag nagtatanong sa akin, sabi ko, alam mo, yung mga ganyan, lahat na lang totoo. Sabi ko, lahat. Lahat na lang. Sabi ko, sige, para tapos na yung usapan. Yes na lang sa lahat. Para next question na lang, next question.
And that's why I believe na integrity and credibility are very important. Because later on, yun yung sasagot sa kanila eh. Diba? Diba? Parang time will always vindicate you. Time will always,
that is true.
Expose the truth. Diba? I mean, like I said, but you can only be a good guy for an hour, 2 hours. But if that's not really you, later on, makasama mo tong taong to more than usual, then you'll see parang, ooh, dude.
Lalabas at lalabas yan. Lalabas at lalabas. I want to know, like, dealing with transitions. How were you, like, personal question ko to. How were you able to, like, come to a point of making the decision, actually carrying out the decision, and then the period of adjustment? Kasi for me, those are three different stages. Hindi pwedeng you suddenly wake up and say na, okay, we don't want to be affiliated with this anymore. Hindi, di ba? You underwent certain personal processes and at least, di ba, for like how do you undergo those processes? Like the transitions that you went through. Kasi those are very bold moves eh. Those are very bold acts, and it has to come from a point of assessment, execution, and then you have to be accountable. Diba? You have to be accountable to yourself. You have to be accountable to your students. Diba? So what about those processes?
Yeah. So the funny thing was when we made that decision, we were still in that chapel. So I was losing money, and then when Cobrinha said yes, we were still there. But then I was like, dude, we can't stay here because this isn't a world-class facility. Diba? This does not represent Cobrinha. But going back to that, prior to that, before making the decision, I asked yung mga students ko na, more senior students, and my students who are very good sa business. And truthfully, like one of my students na advisor ko siya when it comes to business because he's a very successful businessman. He was kind of against it sa financial standpoint. He was like, oh, this is going to be hard, if we do this, blah, blah, blah. And I understood him. Okay. But then I was like, bro, but sige, let's think about it. So, it was not an overnight decision.
Yes.
Okay? But then to leave the pages affiliation was a little bit short. Parang mas mabilis lang namin siya napag-usapan. Parang I discussed with the others, and it was also hard for me kasi nga we were under the 98 pages of it. And then marami silang affiliates throughout like sa lower part ng country, diba? Like sa Cebu.
Cebu, Mindanao. Doon sila medyo
sa
active.
Mindanao and stuff. So, and then I was like, the only thing really that was parang common sa amin was si PJ. And then PJ, no time I was leaving for the States.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna be the highest rank. Diba? So parang, it was weird na parang wala akong real relationship with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I think that's a very good point to provide whoever's gonna watch this of how important relationships are, especially in Jiu-Jitsu. Kasi, I mean, this is something that's turning out to be a common like people in the Jiu-Jitsu community value relationships. That's like so far in all of the conversations I've had, it's not about the numbers or it's not about money. It's like coming from you now. You're like the nth person who said na I don't really have a relationship with them. Diba? That's how intricate, that's how, I mean, for me, it's a beautiful thing about Jiu-Jitsu because it values people more. It values relationship more. So, medyo na parang pang ilan na si Mark na nagsabing.
Common denominator.
Oh, it's a very, lumalabas talaga siya. Lumalabas. And I haven't even asked the question, pero it's coming out. Diba? Na, this is why Jiu-Jitsu is very addicting, and this is why Jiu-Jitsu is very ingrained in the systems of students and coaches. It's because it's the relationships that you form. Diba?
Yeah.
Sige, continue please.
So yun, so parang I was like, we don't have any real relationships with these people. And yung isa namin ka-close doon, like si Apple, was kicked out of 98 then. So we're like, dude, and then si Renzi was already staying in Manila training with us. So we're like, si Renzi at si Apple din lang talaga yung connection natin.
Connection nyo,
Diba? Like a deeper connection. And then now both are, like not there. Then I don't really know the other coaches, diba? So it kind of just didn't make sense for me to be a part of that. Diba? I'd rather just, be on my own, diba? And figure things out. So we made a decision to leave. So we left. But then again, there was the time we didn't have any affiliation. Now we actually got an offer from a different team, okay, but not local, local, okay. And we're friends with these people, very nice people, very galing din ng jiu-jitsu nila. They train with us whenever they're in Manila. But then naging honest ako sa kanila. I was like, bro, thank you so much. This is so parang humbling na you want us to be part. But then sabi ko, I really want to take my chance with Cobrinha. Okay? Kasi sabi ko, parang siya talaga yung dream ko eh.
Yeah.
Diba? It was something na 2008, something you just dream about, joke about. Diba? It was so funny when we were asked to leave New Breed. Okay? There was this one time nagtitrain kami sa Heva. And then, I was like, guys, so they were like, paano na tayo? Anong affiliation natin? Sabi ko, guys, ano kaya? Mag-Cobrinha tayo. So everyone started laughing. Because it was
far-fetched.
Impossible. Diba?
Oh, it was
Far-fetched.
impossible. Oh.
But then I was like, now nung time na parang medyo within reach na yung dream ko. And
it
was
happened
there organically.
Yeah.
And diba parang it happened organically. Hindi naman yung parang trying hard ako na pumunta ako ng US, nagpakilala ako I said,
the path was actually perfect. It was a very good story na parang ang galing, nagpunta dito, you got to spend time with him, di ba? I mean, organic is the most appropriate term for that.
So yun, so that's why parang nagkaroon na ng planning na gano'n. But then, before we asked Cobrinha, before he even said yes, naghahanap na rin kami ng lilipatan namin ng gym. Because we're like, dude, we can't afford to keep losing money.
Yep.
Diba? And parang nahihiya na ako sa donations eh. Diba? I mean, so, naghahanap na rin kami ng mga ibang areas. And then, luckily, we were able to get Valle Verde Country Club. Okay.
Very, a very smart and innovative way of building a gym. I'm like, di ba doon nag-seminar din si Cobrinha doon, di ba?
Yes,
And
yes.
then we went there and then I go like, oh, astig to, squash court, dalawa. Oh, it's fucking smart.
Diba? So,
Di ba, when I saw it, I was like, I love what you did with the place. Hanep to And up to this point, hanggang ngayon, one of the best class photos na parang kami, kada makikita namin, tangina nitong mga Cobrinha na to, ang ganda talaga ng point nila. Sabi ko.
Thank you. So yun, and a lot of it really, yung confidence mo with because my students, karamihan nung seniors, have been with me for like 5, 6, 7 years. So, they have that trust sa akin. Parang I earned that trust. So, they're very supportive. Di ba? Na parang, bro, like yung sa Valle Verde, ang daming nag-donate doon. You know, hindi naman gaganda kagad ng ganun yun because, you know, I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
so
but look what happened, di ba? It turned out great.
Effort.
Yeah, it was and it feels like when you enter the mats and you like walking through the door, you'll feel the energy na parang labor of love to. You know, may ma-feel kang ganun eh. Even if you go to a gym na sobrang ganda, na ang mahal ng equipment, but it feels like parang inassemble
manufactured.
Exactly, diba? Parang okay, train versus you. I think that's the reason why a lot of people use the word dojo, or they use the word people rarely use the word gym because it sounds generic. Kasi ako later on, medyo doon ko siya naiintindihan na parang you'll probably step, especially like for example, I'll do a seminar in Tacloban, it's a very small space, but when you enter the gym and you step on the mat, you'll feel na parang people like being here, diba? They love being here, diba?
Saka pinaghirapan nila yun eh. Diba? Na parang just to make it happen.
Yes.
Just to make the training happen. Yeah. So yun. So basically, it's a lot of na parang it's the same thing that happened dun sa free seminar ni Cobrinha. Siyempre, nung inano ko sa kanila yun, pinropose ko sa kanila yun, the lawyers weren't very happy, the businessmen weren't very happy.
Siyempre.
And it's like, dude, like, why are you so crazy? But then part of them was like, okay,
they're buying into
plan.
it.
But then they're like, because I always have a plan. Yeah, I'll tell you something crazy, but then my basic framework and how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I explained to them, and they're like, you know what, that could actually work.
Diba? And it did. It
diba,
did.
Like the financial behind it, ganyan. Parang, and you know why we did that also? Parang I also wanted to show people na yun,
free seminar.
Kasi nga, again, like I mentioned kanina, just like playing man in the mirror, playing complex guitar stuff. Parang it doesn't really interest me too much to do things that other people have done over and over. Diba? So I was like, okay, this has never been done. Okay?
True.
Diba? So I was like, so let's do it. Diba? Na parang, but yung naging driving force ko doon was, tayo, marami tayong nami-meet, diba? Like, from different classes.
Yeah.
I mean, social classes. And then, one of the things that they would ask me is, wow, na-meet mo si Cobrinha, na-meet mo si Caio Terra, si Calvao. And, and some of these people have been training for like 5, 6 years and they've never met a superstar just because they don't have the money.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's understandable. Diba? So I was like, man, you kind of feel, parang, dude, we have to do something. We have to. So parang yun yung naging drive ko na parang, man, let's give people na nagiging parang barrier sa kanila yung financial. Diba? So that's why we devised a way how to, cover the expenses and stuff.
Which is no easy task.
Oh, but hey man, thank you so much dun sa Matt. We were talking, I think 1 week before the event or 2 weeks before the event.
Yeah,
And
parang mga a week ata. It's like,
it turns out, that's the medyo, I'm gonna be honest with you, luck. Parang for some reason the universe just provides me.
Yeah.
Di ba?
That is true.
I was like, dude, hindi ko alam paano natin to ipupull off. But then, kasi yung match naging problem eh. We were expecting someone to be a sponsor. Okay? But then, ang tagal nung letter na sa kanila. And then, in-inform nila kami na hindi, they're not agreeable or they don't want to sponsor. Parang 2 weeks before the event.
Bad trip, di ba? Bad trip ng mga gago.
So
yung mga ganon, mga pa-importante yung mga ganon eh.
And I was like, bro, and for them to sponsor us, parang it would have made so much sense to their business. Okay? Kasi nga, di ba, parang ang daming nandun. And it's not as if they're giving us the match. Hiramin nga namin.
Hiramin lang.
Di ba? Parang, then they'll have their own big booth where they can, like hand out flyers, whatever.
Yeah,
but then,
ito yun here's the thing. Jiu-Jitsu conventions, Jiu-Jitsu seminars with booths, mataas ang conversion rate nila. This is, if people don't know this, I'm telling you right now, mataas ang conversion rate niya. Mataas. Kasi it's not like you go to a mall or people will walk and buy. Pero ito kasi, the Jiu-Jitsu community is a very tight-knit community. So if you are there, it simply means that you are a brand to be trusted.
Yeah.
Diba? Mataas ang conversion rate niya. Like for example, ako yung nagbo-booth sa Arte Suave Manila, may bumibili pa rin sa kanya hanggang ngayon eh. So like, I mean, come on.
Man, I see the same booths sa events, and you've been doing this for like 5-6 years.
5 years.
So it means they're making money.
Yeah.
It means they like investing, di ba?
Ano yan? Basta this is what I tell business people when I do meetings with them. The Jiu-Jitsu and the MMA community are untapped communities that's growing. Yeah. Yun na lang. They're untapped
foreign brand kasi kasi to eh, parang foreign sila, parang Singapore based. So may Filipino representative lang sila. So
pag gano'n medyo magulo kausap yung mga ganyan.
Parang hindi nila mag-get. Unlike like when I contacted Kirk. And super easy to talk to. Kirk was like, dude, let's do this, man. Tapos
diba?
Napaganda pa lalo yung event kasi nagtayo sila nung booth
nila that promotes their business. Diba?
And isipin mo, libreng physical bro, may kabatch ako from CSA na very supportive. So he went to the event just for support, but then he also plays basketball. So I was like, dude, pwede ka magpa-check dyan Hindi lang so nagpa-check siya.
Diba? And ito rin yun. A lot of Jiu-Jitsu guys are multi-sport players. Multi-sport people. Hindi lang Jiu-Jitsu ginagawa.
Brother, yun nga yung so sorry to cut you off.
Go.
But like we mentioned earlier, di ba parang ang daming Jiu-Jitsu people into the arts. Parang nakaka-classify ko yung Jiu-Jitsu people into two, there are Jiu-Jitsu people who are into the arts.
Yep.
Like music, drawing, whatever.
Drawing, yeah.
And then you have the athlete side.
Yes.
Because it attracts both. Diba? Na parang, yung mga may physical, may mga background na already sa sports, especially at a higher level, of course, they can pick up Jiu-Jitsu a little bit easier. Why? Because may coordination na sila.
Yep.
And one of the things I learned in the past few years, na yung mga taong may dance background,
magaling din sila mag-jiu-jitsu. Mga break dancers, magaling.
Because, di ba parang, sanay sila na iba yung ginagawa ng kamay nila, ng arms nila, sa ginagawa ng paa nila.
Yep.
Usually people na nagsa-start na medyo uncoordinated, you can only do one thing, di ba? It's either di ba parang like, when white belts defend the guard pass, it's either they just start kicking you away.
Yeah, or they just start pushing you away.
Pushing you away.
Yeah.
Diba? But then, yun, tama. Yung sinasabi mo na marami ding athletes na or people, multi-sport people who are also attracted to jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
So, just same with the arts.
Diba? It's ano siya tawag dito, it taps into so many things. Diba? It taps into so many facets of your personality and your being. And then later on, you'll realize that most of the things that's happening in your life is enhanced by doing all of these activities. Diba? And then, sige, ang next ko dyan is, this is something that belongs to our bracket. Like, what was the transition from...
Old people?
Hindi naman. Wala pa tayo, wala pa tayo sa Thunders Nasa OGs pa lang tayo Wala pa tayo sa Thunders. Like, the transition between, like ako, this is what I ask people who started teaching. The transition from being a student to actually coaching students. Yeah, how was that from before we were the recipient of lessons and now we are the ones conveying the message. Diba? We are now the medium for the message. How was the transition for you?
It was hard kasi nga first wala naman talaga akong naging mentor Diba? Like see the only real mentor na kaya kong matawag na naging mentor ko was si Miles Vivas. That was like what for 2 years. He was a blue, purple, I think brown belt. We trained a bit, but then no one really guided me through things. Kaya parang just like with my guitar playing, it's like parang you just discover things, trial and error. I mean that's the reason why it took me like 19 years to get a black belt. So, but ang maganda naman doon, so of course, ang hirap din, 'di ba? I was teaching and then ito yung hindi naintindihan ng iba. Okay? It's different to be an athlete or a competitor, okay? From a teacher, okay? Different skill set siya. From a leader, okay? To an owner.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
diba?
That is true.
But eventually, I had to learn all those. Parang same trajectory. Yung part na instructor, leader, owner. And as an instructor, and you would know this, and all instructors know this, iba-iba kasi may competition team ka, iba ang needs nila, iba ang training nila.
Yep.
May hobbyist ka, may beginner ka. Yep. Meron kang hobbyist pero high level.
Yes.
Di ba na parang di ba parang ang ano mo, what do you call this?
Kumbaga, sinisegment mo yung lesson plan mo na
kasi. Di ba? Generally tatlo siya di ba? So, of course, nung start, I didn't know that. Di ba? And especially because yun nga before more hobbyists kami, but then when James started really wanting to compete, kasi sa akin ang goal ko naman as a coach naman is to help people achieve their dreams, di ba? What they want. I mean that should be your goal. Hindi yung kung ano yung goal mo as a coach. No? So it's helping them achieve. So yung iba, if they want to lose weight, then you help them dun sa aspect na yun.
Yeah.
So kaya medyo mahirap actually mahirap. I mean, parang feeling ko nga, mas na-figure out ko lang siya in the past 2-3 years. Or actually, past 2 years. But it's tough. But thankfully, I have students who are very understanding. And ito din, bro, sinabi ko rin to sa mga students ko. Like, especially si Ram. Because when Ram started training with us, nakita kong competitive din siya. And he really wanted to compete. Or want to compete.
Yep.
I was like, and sa tech type pa to So sabi ko kay Ram, sabi ko, again, because I just want to be honest with people. Sabi ko, Ram, hindi competition ang focus namin dito. And ang training time kasi namin sa tech type was just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 to 9:30 lang.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't expect us to change our training schedule and the way we train just because you want to be a competitor. So sabi ko, so if you wanna try another gym, go ahead. Na, na feeling mo yun yung better for your career. Okay? Yun kasi yung sinasabi ko sa mga students ko yan, na parang, not everyone's gonna like the way we train.
Yeah.
Okay? So some people will find us too soft. Okay? And some people might find us too strict. Some people, but then, kaya sa akin, hanapin nyo kung saan kayo magiging masaya. Di ba?
Yep.
So, kaya yun, parang, then, we developed that trust. And then, again, these students started helping me. Kasi ang goal ko rin, ang ginagawa ko rin kasi is, I train them or guide them to be leaders themselves.
Yes.
Kasi parang for me, ako, and I speak from experience, parang, dude, wala naman akong mentor talaga eh. Di ba? Na parang, but then, through hard work, through the help of my friends, through the help of other people, I'm learning. So, dapat kayo din ganun. So, and then whatever you learn, let's just all help each other out. So, talagang team effort siya. Na through the years, I started improving as a coach, because before, the criticism before, I might be veering away, but
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Siguro one advice din na masasabi ko sa mga tao is, man, do things because you love them. Okay? Like sa Jiujitsu, do it because you love it, not because you want to prove someone wrong, not because you want to prove something to someone, di ba? Na parang, see? Why? Because, honest, for me, especially, bro, tayo as instructors din, ang dami mong interact na mga tao eh. From the best of the best to the worst of the worst. To the sketchiest of sketchiest. Yeah. So, but yung ano ko is, you have to do it because you love it. So, parang ako, before, when I was still sa New Breed, people were saying, parang, hindi naman magaling yan si Mark, man. And, they have a point. But then, and they're like, that guy, just won one tournament, blah, blah, blah. So, it's like, he's never going to win again. Because, of course, I don't compete. Yeah. But then in 2010, I was asked to compete. Okay? Kasi wala nang nananalong colored belt from New Breed. Okay? So they were like, hey, we have to make a press. Because again, VPF na sila lahat. So I mean most of them. So we weren't winning a lot as New Breed. So 2010, I was like, okay, sige, I'll do it. Okay. So but then yung warm-up tournament ko, I think was the Nationals or something. But it was earlier the year, Feb. And I faced Chris Luna. Okay? So, and I know Chris from college. Okay? And then, nung si Joey started training sa Alabang, when he was asked to start training there, kasi nga may potential sila ni Richard, Joey would tell me about Chris. Na, dude, yung neon belly ni Chris, napapatap niya yung mga tao. I was like,
totoo yan.
So, I was talking to Chris, kind of saying, hey, man, we're buddies. I asked too much. So, but then, I was doing well because I was doing some spider guard. I mean, that was the only guard I played before. But then, eventually bumigay yung forearms ko. Iba talaga pag the moment I let go of one grip, he started passing me, got the side control. And I was like, it's gonna happen. He's gonna do it. So yeah, but then I was like, dude, I'm not gonna tap to this. So eventually I escaped and then ended up playing guard again. Then I lost by a lot of points. But so which was good kasi nakita ko na parang I started improving my side control escapes, and another option is to turtle, diba? When someone's passing you. So for the next few months, yun lang yung finocus ko, the side control escapes and turtle. So dumating yung Pan Asian in 2010. And that's exactly what happened sa 2 matches ko. I ended up playing a turtle. But then, thankfully, I won both matches. But anyway, again, I did it because, the team asked me to do it. And I also, in reality, I love to compete. I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, that's why I don't compete I didn't compete as a purple because I know what it takes to win, and I don't have that time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I won, but then what I'm saying is that you people who don't like you will always have an excuse
Yeah,
if you do good.
yeah,
They're
it's
like,
true.
so when I finally won, the people who were saying na, I suck were like, wala,
Chamba,
mga bobo
lagi
lang.
chamba o no,
Or ano,
swerte sa
sa
brackets.
bracket, di ba? So I was like, okay. So I was like, whatever. So, and then next, so I won, but then they're like, yeah, but that guy can't coach anyone to win. He's a bad coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yung very first na napa-champion ko, of course, as a white belt, si James.
Oh,
Okay?
James Jaime. Oh,
Okay, and I think he won all matches by submission. So
yes.
four matches by submission, all from the close guard.
Mm.
Na nasabi nung isa sa mahilig mag-criticize sa akin na parang outdated daw ang close guard and stuff like that. But anyway,
Di kaya. Ako close guard forever.
dude, I'm like a close guard guy. So kasi
Close
idol
guard
ko si
forever.
Hodger eh.
Oh, close guard
Idol ko si Hodger.
forever. Mm.
So when James won, parang ano naman yung naririnig ko doon? They're like, magaling naman, masipag naman talaga si James eh. He could have won
on his
kahit
own.
iba yung on his own with a different coach. And like, yeah, that is true. Diba? I will not dispute that then. Diba? So, my point is, just do it for yourselves. Diba? Na parang, do things, it's like, I didn't coach James to win para I can tell people, see,
I can coach
people. Diba? Eventually, my students started winning at the blue belt level. Because that was also a challenge. I was like, okay, now I know I can have people win at the white belt level, but that's a white belt level. So that first test was a blue belt. Later on, like si Ramsey, Chris, si James, again, they pretty much won the important titles, diba?
Yeah.
Dito sa. And then the real challenge was at the purple belt. Because yung goal ko as a coach is to make everyone better than me. Diba? I'm like, yeah, you guys won at the blue belt, but I also know how to do that. So the real test was, can I coach people to win at the purple belt level? Because I've never done it, diba, myself. And then once they started winning, I said, oh, this is cool, diba? So, but then again, I do it not because I want to tell people, see, kita mo na, may Asian Open champions kami.
Oo, di ba?
No, parang, no, man. Because, again, the same people who don't like me will only just say, well, those people are good. They probably could have been world champions if they were training with someone else. But then, anytime they lose, it's always your fault.
Yeah,
it's
so, true. Very true. Oh my God. Sobrang totoo yan.
Diba? So, ang ano ko is, man, just do things because you love it. And the thing is, if you do things to prove people wrong, you'll end up training, you'll end up hating.
Rings. Yeah.
Yeah, diba? Na parang, you're doing your push-ups, galit na galit ka na kasi pagod ka na, and then, but you're like, hindi, sinabi kasi nun, support ako eh. It's a good motivator just for
a small, it's a few moments of ano.
But it cannot be why that's how you see people become vengeful, diba? Like once they get to the top, they're like, screw you all, they start bullying people. They start kasi yung success nila came from a dark place, from a place of hate.
Yep.
But if it came from a place of positivity, ang magiging ano nila is, hey, I got here, I'm gonna help others to get to where I am too, because it's possible.
Yep.
Diba? Unlike if you got there through hate, then you don't want the people to do the same thing, diba? To get to where you are.
Yes.
At least that's how I look at things. So
that is true. I think yun din yung the really good coaches that I have come across. We all have that same mantra or that same belief na your goal is to make your students better than you. Diba? It's such a that's why when my students or my teams will always ask me na ano bang goal mo? Manalo kami ng tournaments? Ang goal mo ba mag-overall or mag-medal kami? Sabi ko, hindi. Ang goal ko is to make you guys better than me. I'm like, you can win all the medals you want. Sabi ko, pero if you're not a good person and you cannot apply what you learn in the gym outside, then I didn't do my job. Sabi ko, there's always another competition to win. Sabi ko, if there's one thing I realized competing, they will never run out of competitions. There's always a next one. Sabi ko, there's always a next one. Tsaka ito rin yun. Yung point mo na parang people will always find an excuse or will always find a reason to nullify your achievements. But sobrang nakarelate ako dyan. Kaya kami JR, tsaka sabi ko para walang excuse, salihan natin lahat. Yun naman yung ginawa namin. Di ba? Ginawa namin yun yung, sabi ko okay, salihan natin lahat. Like every year lahat sinalihan namin para no one can ever say we ducked anybody or we were picking our tournaments or I'm like salihan natin lahat. So I'm like I always tell ito rin, favorite story ko to. Like this is one of my favorite stories. I got this when I was like a blue belt or a purple belt. Nagbibihis ako, tumabi sa akin si Professor John Bailon. Parang blue belt ata ako nun. Tama ba? Blue belt or early purple belt? Sabi niya, Franco. Sabi ko, shit, kilala ni John Bailon yung pangalan ko. Sabi niya, di ba ikaw si Franco? Sabi ko, yes coach. Sabi niya, ikaw gusto ko lahat ng tournaments nakikita kita Sabi ko, ibig sabihin,
and you fight, bro.
Di ba?
You fight, bro.
Di ba? Sabi ko, okay yan, tama yung ginagawa mo. Wala kang inaatrasan.
Yeah.
Kinilig ako isa sa mga kilig mo. Puta, sinabi ni John Bailon yun sa akin. Fuck. Damn. So,
and yun nga kasi nga parang, that's why prior to us knowing each other, I know you. I know of you. I've seen you, compete because, again, you're one of those guys now who just goes for it. Diba? Parang, for better or worse, kasi parang, no, because, diba yung iba, very strategic sila for the win. Ikaw, you just want to kill people. Okay? You, Vince Ortiz, man, I love watching that guy. It's like he always goes for the kill.
Yes.
Diba? So, very excited. You, and then si Mark Lim, of
KMA.
KMA, diba? So, it's very exciting to watch you guys compete. And, kayo yung mga inaano namin with, yung competitors namin. Diba? Na parang, that's why we watch you guys. Diba? Parang, hey, you guys have to have their kasi, and when you guys walk, you already have this confidence. This aura. Okay? Now, yun yung sinasabi ko na, hey, it's not gonna happen overnight. You can't fake it. You can't fake an aura. You have to earn it. You have to do it. You have to, okay? Because it matters a lot. Diba? Parang, sa competition scene, man. And it's very nice yung sinabi mo na, again, kasi sa akin, ultimately, yung goal ko talaga sa mga students ko, I always tell them, man, you have to be a good person. Because, people will forget titles. If people only remember you for your talent and nothing else, na parang, dude, ang galing nun. And then they can't say anything else. Na parang, how is he as a person?
Wala.
Okay naman, medyo weird. Diba, parang, I was like, man, it means, you didn't really understand martial arts. Diba?
That is true.
Kaya nga, I'm, some people find me too strict sometimes because I even monitor yung mga social media accounts ng mga students namin.
I think that's normal. Naman. Ako ginagawa ko rin yun I'm like, lalo na, like, yung, kasi ito lang yun If you're not, when I do it, it's because I'm concerned about you. Diba? Na parang, if you talk a lot of shit, sige, you're venting out. Pero trust me, it doesn't look good on you. We're just looking out for you. We're just looking out for you.
And diba, yun nga and it's also some people will think that it's a reflection of the team. Diba? Especially people who are associated with us. Kaya lalo na yung mga color dots, mas strict ako doon. Though, thankfully, wala namang but then, pinagsasabihan ko sila na parang, hey, you better not post anything na offensive, especially to, anyone, di ba? Not just in jiu-jitsu, di ba? Not just in jiu-jitsu. I mean, again, you can vent out your opinions, you can get pissed off sa government, that's fine. But then, once you start, like attacking
specific persons or
groups, di ba? And very uncalled for, di ba? Like the manner of how you do it, it's not, I was like, hey man, that's not how we should do things. Because, ultimately, kailangan yung lessons talaga ng martial arts more than the techniques. Because, brother, dito sa quarantine na nangyayari, man, I believe na yung jiu-jitsu mentality, I really don't see anyone na who's been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years consistently, who's actually breaking down, who's actually like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'm so lost. No, man, like everyone's like, man, everyone has problems. Shit, I haven't made a single centavo since this. But then, it's that jiu-jitsu mentality na parang, hey, I've been in tough situations before. It's not the end of the world. And I can find a solution.
That's true. Exactly. That's such a timely statement to say right now. Kasi sakto rin Kasi every time I'm on social media then I check out, sabi ko, okay, parang everyone in my timeline that's venting out, who's very pissed off, who's frustrated, they're not doing any martial arts training. They're not from the jiu-jitsu community. I mean, doon mo makikita very, very true. I couldn't agree more to what you just said na I think we're comfortable in uncomfortable situations that it allowed us to deal with this situation. And pinaka-common na concern nga is, kailan kaya tayo pwede mag-train? Lahat ng tao, yun yung question di ba? Yun or parang, kating-kating na kaming lahat dito. Yun yung priorities, and then whoever could help, they would help. Whoever needed help would be helped. And everyone's just looking out for each other. I mean, I talk to other people from other teams. Nagkukwento kami, how are you guys dealing with this? And we're all kind of doing the same. Everyone's just keeping in touch. Everyone's looking out for each other. Diba, saka nakakita ng ganun na hindi nasa family structure. Diba? I mean, I don't know about other teams and organizations, pero a lot of these are parang you're all bonded together because of what? Family, politics, or ano kayo. Pero sa jiu-jitsu community, parang it was very instant. And aside from being instant, it's very consistent yon. Kasi yung iba, kamusta ka na? Okay lang, wala na. Di ba?
Okay, good.
Di ba? Yung iba, makikita mo, talagang consistent. Like, they're talking to each other, they're replying, and they're commenting on each other's posts. Ang ko kasi dyan, ito rin, napansin ko dyan, we put more attention, actually, like a little extra attention to our students and teammates that were living alone.
Yeah.
Yun, sila yung medyo, we really check up on them, na parang, kamusta ka today? Do you need anything? Diba? Are there groceries in your area? Or may ayuda na ba? May ayuda ka na ba?
Diba? Tsaka yung diba? Like parang those na biglang all of a sudden hindi naging active bigla sa social, like kunyari like sa Facebook. Hindi nagla-like, hindi na I like, hey man, parang 1 week na hindi so
hindi nagpaparamdam.
That's what I do, man. Na, di ba, ako, ganun, pina-private message ko, parang, hey, is everything okay? Di ba? Parang,
you have to.
May problem.
Kasi yung iba, lalo-lalo na, this is one thing I found out, like, yung mga nakatira mag-isa sa condos, di ba? Especially if your unit doesn't have a window, di ba? And yun parang, hindi siya nakakatuwang experience. So yun. So sabi namin, okay, we have to reach out to these people. And we always encourage them. The team chat rooms are always open. Just, diba, tinitingnan namin lagi, pag magkukulit at titignan namin sino yung nagre-respond, sino yung hindi.
Yeah.
Kasi nga ano yan eh, I mean, we're all staying inside. We're all being isolated. If you're isolated with your family, you're still interacting with a human being.
Yeah. Yep.
You have to take care of the people who don't have anyone. Don't even wala man lang pets. 'Di ba? Kasi nakakaano yun eh. Nakaka-strain ng
Brother,
mental
ano
health
yung
yun eh.
Ang mas wild, yung yung naipit sa lockdown, yung tipong may family naman talaga siya. Diba?
Tapos nasa ibang lugar siya, di ba?
Pero doon siya na-stuck doon sa lugar na yan, man. That's like super tough. And
mahirap nga yun. Anong bad trip yun?
Kaya nga, I know this is one of the topics na we talk about in private, like sa chat. But that's also what I don't understand with, again, siguro tayo, being Jiu-Jitsu people or being from the same generation, I can't really understand people who are with their families, with a happy family, with food, with shelter and stuff, who spend so much time sa social media, like friggin' 5-10 posts a day, may comments sa lahat, may
sipag!
At saka yung mga posts pa, yung iba patawa, yung iba opinion niya sa K-drama, opinion sa isang movie, ganyan. But then, all of a sudden, they also get offended sa mga taong katulad natin na, who are encouraging people to do something productive sa quarantine. Diba? Na parang, all of a sudden, parang, wow, Jesus Christ.
Di ba may mali kami? May ginawa kaming mali.
Diba na parang, sorry, sinabi lang naman namin na, hey, I think we have a lot of time to, I don't know, maybe read the book.
Read the book. Actually,
diba kung ayaw ninyo mag-physical workout, then at least work your brain. Work your mind. But, at saka yung sa akin parang, dude, 4 weeks, 5 weeks na tayo nasa lockdown, hindi ka pa rin nakaka-adjust.
Diba? Parang, I think, parang, mga trigger society ito eh. Parang, it's either you just don't want people to be productive, or you think that the world standard is you.
Diba na parang there's always an excuse or an explanation for what you're doing, for what you're and brother, kasi ang fear ko talaga honestly is this, na parang okay, I understand, may iba ganun talaga eh, di ba? Okay, fine. But then may mga ibang taong on the fence ka naman na parang, okay, konting tulak na lang dito, gagawa to ng something productive. But then makikita yung post mo, and then mas mag-lean towards na parang, so okay lang pala itong ginagawa ko na wala akong ginagawang productive.
That's true.
And then, these are the same people who will start complaining once everything is over na, how come, di ba na parang makikita nila, like some of us, we're still busy working out, di ba? Doing whatever we can. And then, now, when everything is over, di ba? Siyempre, medyo in a way, we're ahead of the pack already. Di ba? Because we improved during this time. And that's what all the top guys are doing. Like, in everything, not just in sports, di ba? They're learning, they're improving. And then, here they are again, who had the same time that we had, di ba? But they'd be like, ganyan, yabang lang naman yun eh.
Oo nga, alam ko. Ewan ko ba, yung mga ganun tao, kaya yung mga ganun tao hindi magiging productive ever sa mga buhay nila yun. Tapos,
and di ba parang, now you can understand them more, na parang, kaya pala ganyan yun, that's why you're living that kind of life. Okay, now I get it. Now I get why you always are on this level, di ba? You can never break through here because any help, any advice, any that doesn't fit your narrative, okay? You always take it against that person.
It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault.
See, like with your posts, di ba? Parang I know na, and that's what I do also, na parang our posts are meant to inspire, to help.
Yeah.
Di ba? It comes from a place of care. Di ba? We care about the people and we hope And I'm sure you get private messages like me from
Mm.
people who even don't do jiu-jitsu that say, hey man, that was an awesome post. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much. I needed that. I'm
Uh-huh.
doing this now. You inspired me to do
Yeah.
this. Diba? So parang tayo, na coming from a place of, concern and, we just want to help people out.
Yeah, that's true.
But some people still find a way to attack us and go na parang, oh, dude, you're so toxic.
The best.
Whether it's toxic positivity, toxic
Oh,
masculinity.
toxic masculinity ko alam ko. I'm like, ano ba definition? Gano ba ang definition mo nun? I'm like, what the hell? Or
Kasi,
ito yun.
dude,
Yung
sa barkada
sana
namin,
all. That's the best. That's the best. I go like, sana all.
parang, diba? I'm like, man, parang, yun nga, parang, I really just hope people would see, especially from guys like us. Now, we just want to help. Na, again,
Yes.
if it's not for you, at
Then
least,
don't do it.
don't, then don't do it. But then, don't encourage people to do the opposite.
Exactly.
Diba?
Exactly. That is true. Diba?
Kasi
I'm
sa
like,
akin, brother, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, but, and I'm sure kasi, di ba, one of the things na nangyayari sa atin as coaches and, as people na laging interact with different types of, nagiging tayong observant di ba?
yes.
We observe.
Mm-hmm.
So we see common denominators and then there's a lot of philosophy na we come up on our own. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I believe in is habits. Okay.
Yep.
Habits. Okay. Na, very seldom, for me, I believe, sobrang konti lang ng mga tao who are actually really born depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Na parang, I believe na it's not something like parang bipolar ka na there's really something or whatever. Diba? May mga ibang tao medyo underdeveloped yung brain or some part of the brain. That's why some are fearless, like they don't understand the risks. Diba? Stuff like that. But then, like some people, parang they get depressed because, again, this is just my take. Okay, I could be wrong. This could be bro sciencing, and don't attack me. Okay, but
social justice warriors.
Kasi I feel lang na it became a habit sa kanila to feel. I mean, I don't think anyone was really born depressed. Like some people na I knew who were happy when we were teenagers, or all of a sudden, but actually not sa generation natin eh. Man, I don't really see a lot of people sa generation natin depressed. Why? Because we weren't given that option.
Yes. Yes.
It was always like, no, dude, you have to toughen up for better or worse. Yep. But then that's how we develop thick skin, diba? And then, but then now nga kasi, like everyone has an explanation or an excuse. Parang nagiging habit ng mga ibang tao is, they feel sorry for themselves. I mean, dude, let's face it, you get to an age, you live life well enough na you're gonna have your heart broken. Someone's gonna screw you up. Someone's gonna backstab you. Someone's gonna cheat on you. Someone's gonna lie to you. Hindi lang ikaw yun eh.
Tangina na, totoo yan. Totoo yan.
Because when you listen to some of these people, na parang, hey dude, parang, hindi, kasi you don't understand. Niloko ko. I'm like, bro, this is 4 years ago.
I think I share that sentiment. I share that belief. And I've been coining up my way of defining this whole era. Pero I think one of the best explanations that was given to me or I heard was from this pastor. His name is si Pastor Anton and si Anton Reyes. He's my teammate. He said, I think people have to discern, or I think they have to differentiate the different, both words exist, but people interlap their definitions all the time. There's a difference between being depressed and being lonely.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, Pastor, medyo maganda. Pastor, I think that is the best definition. Na parang, yeah, I think people confuse that if they're lonely, they're depressed, and vice versa. Sabi ko, it's not. So then he gave a better explanation of things which actually made sense. And it made me, that's why I agree with the points you just stated. Na bad things happen to a lot of people. They will happen to you, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
Yeah,
I
because
think
if you develop that habit of always just feeling sorry for yourself because of what happened, then later on, you look back 2 years na pala yun, yet every time you wake up, you're like, oh my God, iniwan na ako nung taong yun. Oh, kasi naging habit mo na. So later on, subconsciously, di ba,
it's
just like,
gonna yun ang mangyayari. Yun ang mangyayari.
kasi habit mo na eh, di ba? So why not make a good habit, di ba? Parang everyone's allowed to mourn, everyone's allowed to feel bad. Take as long as, but then you
Pick up the
eventually
pieces.
have to pick up the pieces, eh, di ba?
Yes.
You can't stay there because if you stay there long enough,
It's
that's
gonna
gonna be
eat
your
you up.
habit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be who you are. That's
Yep.
gonna define who you are. Then everything, you know, now every little thing that happens to you, every little bad thing, you'll take it personally.
Yep.
Then you'll add it up. You'll add it up.
Ano rin yan eh. I think a very big I had this smart woman. I had her on the podcast. Her name's Chuchi Ledesma. Sabi niya, we shared then the same sentiment na a lot of people want to live their lives in curated boxes. So I think the role of social media as a double-edged sword played a very big role into this whole scenario na parang you suddenly crave for social validation, you suddenly want people's attention, you want to portray this life of perfection, and why? Because you saw Instagram posts, you saw social media posts of people that you look up to, and their lives seem so perfect because they have the nice, they went to this, diba, parang destination, they have the car, they have the watch, diba? So it kind of invalidates your existence. So now it makes you feel bad. So I'm like,
ang hirap kasi, di ba? Parang yung iba, medyo dun sila lumaki, di ba? And like again, I'm not really like defending our generation, but then we exist, di ba? Parang yung formative years natin, yung who we are, a lot of who we are was developed without social media.
Yep.
Di ba? Na parang,
true.
So parang, yeah, I mean, sure, ngayon kahit paano medyo affected tayo in a way, but yeah, it really, but not as big as how a lot of the kids are. Di ba parang, dude, ngayon lang ako nakakita na, di ba, like if you watch YouTube, the news, whatever, di ba, like 5-year-old kid is depressed with 10-year-old kid.
Yung pa, di ba? Hindi pa nga fully developed ang utak nila nun, tapos may diagnosis na gano'n. Weird na yun eh. Di ba? Weird na yun.
It's tough kasi I know you, you know me, and our goal really is to help these people.
Yes.
Diba? Na parang, we could be wrong on some points, diba? Na parang, I don't know, because I'm basing things sa observation ko and what I believe things are based on my experience, based on my habits and how I formed my habits.
Yep.
Diba? Because part of me is like, hey, I could be like that, because I used to be that guy that bro, like, sobrang nakikringe ako because of Facebook memories, and I would see some posts that I did like 8 years, 10 years ago. I was like, dude, why am I so mad all the friggin' time? Well, why am I complaining about every little thing? Because that was my habit. But then yun nga, parang a few years ago, you know, I discovered this YouTube parang audio thing na sabi, you know, listen to this every morning. And it's all about gratitude. Na parang, thank you for my hand, thank you for the trees. So bro, it's like I wouldn't check my social media. I just check my phone for messages, baka may emergency. But then going to work, because you know I get stuck in traffic for like 2 hours, diba? So bro, yun lang yung nagpe-play over and over for 2 years. And then
mag-iba yung mindset mo ngayon.
Diba? And then you would see na parang, that's why I don't think I've posted anything hateful in the last 3 years.
Yes.
Diba? Because yun yung naging habit ko eh. Diba? Habit of gratitude. Na parang, hey, wait, what am I complaining about? Kasi nag-iba yung mindset mo eh. And yun nga, again, I believe it's like just a habit. That's why you keep posting na you're working out, because that's our habit eh.
Yes.
Which is, I'm sure you're gonna work out in a bit, because I know I'm gonna work out in a bit.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi every day yun na yung ginagawa natin, because that's the habit we form.
That is true.
There was the time I was really still learning this hard song. Okay. But then hindi pa ako nag-workout that day. So now I couldn't focus because I was like, dude,
you have to get the
hindi ko pa
workout,
ginagawa.
diba? You have to get the workout out of the way, diba? Before you could do this.
Kasi, unlike, diba, kung hindi mo yung habit mo is just to watch TV, then you're like, man, you know what, I'm just gonna watch TV.
Yes.
Diba? So, again, it's just habits, diba? Like, good, bad, diba? Though I did develop something bad again during the quarantine, and I'm not happy about it.
Eating.
It's not just eating, but eating sweet stuff.
Oh.
So, bumalik ako sa sugar, ano kaya. So, parang...
kailangan mo ng social distancing sa ref mo, bro.
Yeah. And from the sweets, man.
Diba? O kaya, ibabawi mo sa workouts, yan. Ibabawi mo sa workouts.
Yun din eh. Yun na lang yung ano ko na parang, God, I have to like really work out because I ate too much Pulveron. Diba? So again, it's also a good reason to train, diba?
Yes, so, that's true. Okay, Professor Mark Entrata, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for doing this. Where can people find you and your school? Please plug them away. Plug any of the events or any brands that you want to plug. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much, Professor Franco. Okay. Purple belts lang tayo before. Actually, we were all white belts, but then I think we got in touch as purple belts. You were purple. Yeah. So thank you so much for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. Thank you for because again, I know there are a lot of other people na more like I feel more significant jiu-jitsu. I hope you get to interview them also.
I will.
This is a good thing you're doing. And as far as where people can catch me, my personal Instagram account is a mess. It's a mix of jiu-jitsu, some guitar, some drawings, and some personal pictures. So, but of course, it's just my name, Mark Entrata. But then, better to just follow Cobrinha BJJ Manila. Okay, that's where we do updates. And so far, the update is we're still not training. So that's the update.
We're still waiting for this thing to blow over and people will forget. Hopefully, there's a new scandal that people can ogle over so that we have yun yung gagawin naming chance to
diversion.
Yung diversion namin para makabalik ng training lahat. So that the attention will not be on the gyms.
Yep. But yeah, that's it. I just hope everyone's staying safe and staying. I know it's hard, but you only have a choice of staying positive or staying negative. You can feel upset, stay negative for a few minutes, but don't stay there. Okay, that shouldn't be your home. Your home base should always be on the positive side, especially during this time. And hopefully, I get to train with you guys soon.
For sure. Let's do it.
Whatever.
Let's do it. I'm down for it. Sige. Professor Mark Entrata, Cobrinha BJJ Manila. Follow them on Instagram and on Facebook. So, with that, that's what Coach Franco says. Bye-bye.
Coach Franco Says. We'd like to thank our partners for making this episode possible.
The best quality gear for your jiu-jitsu training. Get your stuff from Knots and Crosses. Order your items on their Facebook and Instagram pages. Awon Coffee. For delicious, locally sourced beans for your daily brew. Get yours now on their Facebook and Instagram pages. Spelled AWON Coffee. Gatorade. Because nothing beats Gatorade. For the best DefTac Jiu-Jitsu training out there, check out the following chapters. DefTac Rockwell. DefTac Makati. And DefTac Better Living. Book your classes on their Facebook and Instagram pages. Read news about the local martial arts scene here in the Philippines, visit Local MMA on Facebook, and listen to one of my favorite podcasts, Destroy MNL. The insights, lessons, people share in this channel are inspirational, motivational, and life-changing. They have to be shared to help others achieve their dreams. Providing value to my community is my advocacy. My life is about making others get better. Please help me make more podcast episodes, video tutorials, and educational content that will benefit everybody. Support this channel by clicking the link in the description box. Thank you for your support, and I will keep making content that matters. That's it, everyone. See you in the next episode. Thank you for listening.